So, my people, my beautiful people, stay away from evil. Yeah. Let me tell you about something. While your heart keep pumping, get some chicken lo mein and Chinese dumpling. Yeah. Hey, my people, I'm back. I'm back with another one. And I'm black with another one. Yeah. Just being funny, man. Anyway, so today I want to show you something, man. I want to show you guys something. You know, a lot of these Muslims on these YouTube channel, what they're trying to do is just be popular. They don't care what they say. They don't care what they do. They don't care what they sell to people. Their goal is to be popular. You see this guy called Open-Minded Thinker, one of them. The Three Muslim, that's another one of them. I'm going to show you something. So the other day, a young Christian brother, he's a new Christian, only been a Christian maybe for about 3 months. So this young Christian guy, name is Young Don. That's his YouTube name. Young Don, I think something like Reborn or something like that. So the young brother became a Christian, and the Muslim decided, okay, since he's young and his knowledge about Christianity might be young, let us attack him. Let us shake his foundation so that he will give up on Christianity and become a Muslim, or even go back to where he was. They don't care. This young guy have about almost 300,000 subscribers to his channel. So they say, hey, if we could get this guy to become a Muslim, you know, and who do you think that they think to use to do the job? The lying donkey called Uthman Ibn Farooq. This lying idiot called Uthman Ibn Farooq. And you know who Uthman Ibn Farooq is? Uthman Ibn Farooq is the guy who tried to lie to another Christian brother, and he took a footnote from the bottom of a hadith, and he copied the footnote and land the footnote and paste the footnote inside of the hadith, and the hadith is written in Arabic, so the Christian brother wouldn't know the difference. But this clown did not know that we are now, shalom, my brother, shalom, great commission. This clown didn't know that we are now on social media. We now have the internet to our disposal, and it's easy for us to bust idiot like Uthman. So this group of Muslim, three Muslim brothers, call themselves the Three Muslim. I rather call them the Three Stooges, because you could see that they are nothing but clown. Decided that they weren't equipped enough to talk to this young Christian convert, young Don. So they go and they get Uthman the liar to speak. Last night I was at work, and on my downtime I decided to watch the video. And one thing came to my mind. If someone need cardiac surgery, who do you think that you're going to use to do the cardiac surgery if someone you need cardiac surgery? If there is a man who need cardiac surgery, or a woman, who do you think you're going to call to use and do this cardiac surgery? You're going to go and get a surgeon, a cardiac surgeon. If you want to uproot the belief of a person who is young in a religion, who do you think you're going to call to get to uproot the belief of a young Christian? The biggest of deceiver, a great deceiver, someone who is a deceiver. So they decided to use Uthman to uproot the belief of this young brother, young Don. So what we're gonna do, before I even go into the video, I'm going to show you how these three stooges, these three Muslims, are nothing but clowns. Look at this, my brother. My brothers, look at this. I want to show you something. Just look at this. Just to show you something. Let me put it up forefront so you guys could see it. Look at this and tell me if these guys are not clowns, man. Do you see this? Anybody looking at this page right here, I want you guys to look at this page right here and tell me what you see. Here is the guy, Young Don, the real Young Don. On the page right here, you will see the guy, Young Don. So let me see if I could make that a little bigger for you guys to see. Just for you to see. It's my Jesus and me. My Jesus and me. My Jesus and me.
So it has been brought to.
So this is the brother. Let me make sure that you guys are seeing it. So this is the brother, Young Don. And then look at this guy that the Three Stooges. No, you notice this. This guy was on the 3Muslim show not too long ago. Not too long ago. This guy here, Young Don, was on the Muslim show. The 3Muslim puppet show. He went on to play with the puppets because he's young at heart and he liked to play with the puppets on a string. And not long after he leaving the show, his name is Young Don. Look at his name right here. You see, Young Don Reborn. Not long after the show, the clowns and the 3Muslims, the clowns who are called the 3Muslim, the three stooges, decided, let's make a shocker. So they put this other guy that look a little bit like Young Don because of his hair and he's black, and his name is similar. Young Dom. Young Dom, D-O-M. So Young Don and Young Dom. So what they decided to do, we're going to make a shocker. Thank you, my sister. God bless you too. So we're going to make a shocker. So what they do, they say Young Dom converts to Islam from Christianity, emotional. Remember, they just spoke with Young Don, and now they have a guy almost looking like him in a sense, with a similar hairstyle, and they say Young Dom convert to Islam. And do you see what my sister says here? I'm a brother. I don't know if it's a woman or a man. Sorry. I believe he was probably already a Muslim. Yes, probably he was. Because this is deception. The dawah is deception. Muhammad says jihad is deception and dawah is jihad. So they are on their deception path. So my sister or my brother, Latia, you could tell me if you're a brother or a sister, so I don't make the mistake again. So you see, we are thinking alike. My family, we are thinking alike, because I believe he was already a Muslim, but it's just a clout activity. This is what it is for these Muslims. It is nothing like Christians are out here, and we genuinely want people to find Jesus. We genuinely want them to find, oh, you're female. Thank you. Thank you so much. The truth, but what you see, they want popularity. So Young Don, the Christian guy, was on their channel, And in order to bring about a shocker, like, oh, did he convert? Did he convert? They found a young man called Young Dom with a similar name to Young Don. And they decided, oh, you know what? We're going to put these two people to get a shocker, to get more people to watch our channel. Because this is what these clowns are about. This is what these clowns are about. So if you notice, they found a doppelganger. They found a doppelganger. Or is it someone that looks like him? It is someone that looks like him. It's not the same person. It's not. If you look at the facial features, it's not the same person. So they look for a person with similar name that looks like the brother, and then boom, he convert to Islam. This is the clownery of these idiots, man. This is just clownery. Just constant and stupid clownery. But I want you guys to remember, I'm from Jamaica, and we know, and I have reggae, a little reggae, because we grow up into reggae. And what I want you guys to show you guys, what it remind me of when I see the name Young Dom. What it remind me of is a reggae song done by Chocolate Factory. That's what it remind me of when I see the name. There was a reggae song done by the Chocolate Factory, and so let me see if I can find that. Yeah, and if you look at the names of these songs coming down, and you will see what came to my mind. The second song on the playlist, it says Young, Dumb, and Broke. When I see the guy named Young Dumb, it reminds me of this song, Young and Dumb. this is all I could think about, you know. And the three Muslims, as I say, they are three stooges, three comedians, three illogical idiots. Look at this, man. Look at this. You know, they are just in it for clouting. If you really want to have a conversation with, they don't believe that they are equipped enough to have a conversation with a new Christian convert. So they run and they get the liar Uthman Ibn Farooq. Uthman Ibn Farooq. But do we not know that Uthman is a liar? Do we not know that Uthman is a liar? It was not long ago that Uthman lied to God Logic, the Christian apologist, young brother, God Logic. So God Logic is about, what, 20 years old, 19, 20 years old, something like that? 21, 19, 20. This young Dom is about the same age, round about the same age. So here is Uthman. We're going to prove that Uthman is nothing but a liar. Here is Uthman lying to two young Christian brothers. Because we're going to prove from the video that Uthman is a liar. So I debate some Muslim before calling me the B word, because I said Muhammad was a pedophile. Yeah, they can control themselves. I comment on a Muslim podcast before, and right on the podcast, he actually tell me and didn't even know that he said it out loud to do some craziness to his penis on the podcast, homosexual, and his Issa Dawa. Anybody want to know who it is? The guy called Issa Dawa. When I go back to look for it, I think they cut it out. Cut it out of it, because he literally tell me that is homosexual mindset. You tell a man to do that to your penis, you're homosexual. I agree with you. Christians need to be equipped before they debate Muslim. They don't go in prepare. You are right. I totally agree with that. But look at this now. Let's get into something. Let's get into the real thing. So we are gonna go into the video, and we're gonna see what happened in the video, the real video, the real Sheikh Uthman video. So we're gonna go into it right now, and we're gonna talk about it. So this is a 3Muslim channel, and it says Sheikh Uthman versus Young Dam and Sneeko on Christianity and Bible. But if you watch it, Sneeko was actually not, it wasn't Sheikh Uthman versus Sneeko, Young Dan and Sneeko. Sneeko was actually, I don't know if Sneeko is a Christian, but Sneeko is an idiot. To me, as far as I see, Sneeko is an idiot. This guy is a clown. And you will see why I say he's a clown. While we go along. Because Uthman actually hijacked what was going on and take things on another way. And the Christian brother, Young Don, he's saying, hey, this is not what I come here for. I'm not equipped to deal with the things that your clownery is talking about, you know. And so the brother was not ready to talk about what Uthman wanted to talk about. You know, so he wanted to talk about things that he knows about. But what Uthman decided to do is to shake his faith with his so-called contradiction in the gospel. So, if I could show him contradiction in the gospel, then I could shake his faith. The funny thing about these clowns is that the Christian God did not tell anyone that there would not be contradiction in the revelation that he gave. The Christian God never say, if it was from anyone other than me, then you would find contradiction. You would not find any contradiction in it. That's the Muslim God that says something like that, but we still find contradiction, showing that the Muslim God is a man. Showing that the Muslim God is the ego of a man. Because our God never said to us like, hey, if the gospel is from anyone other than me, you will find contradiction in it. Because there are many books without contradiction, but they didn't come from God. So a book without contradiction doesn't have to come from God. And a book with contradiction does not mean that the book is not from God. Because what God gives and in the care of men. And who are men? Who are men? Men have limitations, and men can have messed up, but that doesn't mean that what they are giving to us is not good enough for us to use for salvation. If it's not good enough to use for our salvation, and God would have done something to show us, hey, this is what I want. But we know that the Quran could never be what God is giving us. Why? Because what? The moral standard of the Messiah is way above the moral standard of the man that the Quran claimed that we should follow. In Surah 33, verse 21, it says that Muhammad is the perfect example, the excellent example. We see the example of Muhammad. I would not want to be Muhammad. I would not want to be the man who stole my adopted son's wife. I would not want to be the man who have sex with a 9-year-old child. I would never want to be the man who married a 6-year-old. I would never want to be the man who sit back while my companion light a fire on the chest of a Jewish man so that he will reveal where he hide his treasures. I would never want to be the man walking around with semen on my clothes and making boast that Gabriel gave him a pot of Viagra and to boost his sexual energy. I don't want to be that man. I don't want to be the man who told people that, hey, if you follow me, you will get virgins in a place called Jannah. I don't want to be that one man. That man is a clown. I don't want to be the man running from a cave, screaming like a girl being chased by bees. Cover me, cover me, cover me, cover me. I don't want to be that man. I don't want to be the man who climb up onto a mountaintop to commit suicide several times. I don't want to be that man. So we know that these clowns are selling to us is not the real God. It's not the real God. Muhammad told women, he said, hey, if you leave your husband, you can't go back to your husband until you marry to another man and that man have sex with you. You divorce your husband, you cannot go back to your husband until you marry to another man and that man have sex with you, then you could go back to your husband. We see that in the restoration. And we see that in the gospel where Jesus says that's an abomination because that is what? Adultery. So we see that Muhammad, there is no moral ground that Muhammad stand on that we want to, I would, as a man, would want to copy. Muhammad moral ground. I wouldn't want to copy Muhammad moral. Muhammad used, you could tell Muhammad was a clown and a very immoral man. Muhammad ran out of his wife's bed at night to go do stuff, and his excuse, Gabriel, come and call me. Gabriel, come and call me. But before he give that excuse, he actually abused his wife because he believed that she shouldn't have followed him to see where the clown was going. You know, if Gabriel, quote unquote, Jibril, come and call you, why are you abusing your wife then? Why didn't you say, hey, babe, I was running out of the house because Gabriel come and call me and I didn't want to wake you up. But you abuse her first. And then you make up a story that Gabriel come and call you. Haven't you seen this kind of clown thing and Moray before? And Moray and Jerry Springer? I've seen this kind of stuff when I used to watch those clown shows, Jerry Springer and Moray. We see this kind of behavior. So we know. But anyway, let's get into this video.
This is Sheikh Uthman. So I'll pause and wait till he gets to say,
So here is the brother right here, Young Don. You could tell that he is not the one that these clowns found a doppelganger for him with a similar name in order to get people to rush to the channel and get view. Because if you notice the amount of view on this I don't see the view here, but there's like, I think because the chat is too big, let me see if I get it down a little bit, you could see the amount of views. Yes, look at the amount of view on this video. And the date of this video is like what? 2 weeks ago. It's like 2 weeks ago, the date of this video. So 14 days. And in 14 days, almost 225,000 views. So they like those kind of views. So, you know, that they got when the guy was on. So what they decided to do, they try to remake it. You know, convert. They want to put in the mind of the people watching, oh, this Young Don convert. Because if you get a guy called Young Dom and said Young Dom convert, emotional, then the people who forget the name, that the name was Young Don and not Young Dom, they would, oh my God, and we need to watch this. Young, because they advertise it before it came on. Before they hear the video, they actually advertise before they go live. So you see what I'm saying? People would run and come and say, oh, Young Don, because they think it's the same person. But when they already come and watch a shocker, it's not the same person. But these Muslims, because they're gullible, they will continue to watch. But anyway, so let's listen to this video and see what's going on here.
Salam. Then inshallah I'll finish my point.
Assalamu alaikum.
What's your name?
Allah.
His name's Uthman.
Assalamu alaikum.
So they call this guy onto their channel, and then they get this guy called Uthman coming in. And we know who Uthman is, the lying Ibn Fibin footnote Farooq. So footnote Farooq is gonna come in. Oh, he's a big crasher. So it's 3 stooges. Look, 1, 2, 3. 3 stooges. And not the 3 stooges could not talk to young Don alone. 1, 2, 3. The 3 stooges, and they could not talk to him alone. They have to get, the big, let's bring in the big guns and a newly converted Christian. And notice when Uthman's name is mentioned, look at the smile on this clown's face. Do you see the smile on this guy's face right here? Because he believes Uthman is the wisest clown in the show.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Do you have a camera?
I do. I'm just turning it on.
He's at a park right now with his kids.
Oh.
Mashallah, there he is.
How you doing? He's from San Diego, California.
What's good? Assalamu alaikum.
Yo, I see you.
How's it going? How's it going?
Are you angry at me?
Hey, man.
Are you angry at me?
Hey, man. I'm not angry, but you know what I'm saying?
What?
He made like a little video.
Like,
Do you hear the clown in the background? Allah Akbar! The same thing they shout when they're cutting off people's head. Allah Akbar! When they were killing Deborah Samuels in Nigeria, it's the same thing they were shouting. Allah Akbar! And look, this guy, do you see what he's doing right here? He's preparing for the clown show. You ever I remember when I was younger, I used to like to eat crab boil. So when we go in Jamaica, we go catch these crabs and we have a crab boil. And in the before we eat the crab boil, we prepare for it, break our knuckles and all the stuff. Look at this guy. He's actually giving himself head exercise, getting ready for the clown show. What's that?
How you guys doing, brother?
good. Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
So you're an expert on the Quran and the Bible. Which is you?
Do you see the idiot here, Sneeko? You're an expert on the Quran and the Bible. And do you notice what these clown put here? Uthman versus Young Don and Sneeko and Christianity. So they put Young Don and Sneeko on the same side, but guess what? Sneeko was actually on Uthman's side because Sneeko is calling the clown Uthman an expert on the Quran and the Bible. Did you hear the clown, what the clown just said? Sneeko.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
So you're an expert on the Quran and the Bible. Which one is more accurate to God's teachings?
Do you see what he says to the clown Uthman? You are an expert on the Quran and the Bible. And we're going to show you that Uthman is not an expert on anything at all. Uthman is just a deceptive donkey, a lying clown who put ketchup on his stomach and claimed that someone stabbed him in California because California is the capital of movie making in the world. California is the capital of movie making and acting in the world. So this clown is just a Hollywood actor, make believe, and he is not an expert on the Quran, and he is not an expert on Christianity. The clown is nothing but a liar and a low-level thinker. This clown right here, you see on the screen, is nothing but a liar and a low-level thinker. And this is what we're going to prove right here. This is what we are here to show you, that this guy is a deceptive donkey. We already proven 2022 have shown that Uthman is the biggest liar ever. And guess what? That goes beyond 2022 because what? People weren't listening when David Wood was revealing that Uthman is the biggest liar ever. Uthman is like Muhammad. He have two mouths. With one mouth, he's saying something that sounds good, and with another mouth, he's saying something that is so evil. Muhammad have two mouths. The Quran is a two-mouthed book. If you read it, you will see. In the Hadith, you see the two mouths of Muhammad. With one mouth, he's telling you to do this, and it sounds like, oh, this sounds nice. But then, when you listen to the other mouth of Muhammad, you'll be like, whoa. And this is what Uthman have mastered, the two-mouthedness. It's a new word. Two-mouthedness. Uthman have mastered that. So we continue to watch.
Definitely the Quran.
Why do you say that? We have Young Don here. Young Don at the bottom. The black guy.
Young Don was saying the Bible was preserved.
I got you. So if you look at the Bible, are you talking about the Old Testament or the New Testament?
New Testament.
Okay.
So what did the guy ask? What did the guy ask? Let me show you the stupidity of this clown, this one of the stooge. Look at this.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
So you're an expert on the Quran and the Bible. Which one is more accurate to God's teachings?
Notice what he says. Which one is more accurate to God's teaching? He didn't say which one is more preserved. To be more preserved and to be more accurate is not the same thing to God's teaching. As I say to you, my father's son Johnson, To Kill a Mockingbird, those are preserved books. The same copy that you have when my father was reading it is the same copy I have today. And it's the same copy my son will have when he grow up. That doesn't mean that it is the word of God. We can, the book, My Father's Son Johnson, the book To Kill a Mockingbird is more preserved than the Quran. But does that mean that, I want the Muslim to tell me that it means that the To Kill a Mockingbird is from God and the Quran is not? We show you something. We're going to show you something as we continue. But that's not what the guy asked. He said, which one is the more accurate word of God? Accurate word of God. But preserve and accurate is not the same thing. It's not. If you say, if I say John went to Jamaica for Christmas and we started passing it around in a circle until when you get to two people, one person number one says James went to Jamaica for Christmas, and person number two says John went to Montego Bay for Christmas. Do you see which one of them is more correct? The one that says James went to Jamaica for Christmas, or the one that says John went to Montego Bay for Christmas? I would choose the one that said John went to Montego Bay for Christmas. Why? Because Montego Bay is in Jamaica, and my original statement is John went to Montego Bay for Christmas. Do you see what I'm saying? That accuracy doesn't mean preservation. Because none of them preserve what I say, but one of them is more accurate. So accuracy doesn't mean that we have, if God said something and one person have it this way and another person have it that way, the more accurate one is the closer one to the word of God, the closer one to the word of God, because a person can paraphrase what God says. You can paraphrase what God says. If God says something, you can actually paraphrase what he says. There's nothing wrong with paraphrasing what God says. as long as you're correct in your in the paraphrase. And as I say, accuracy, more accurate, is not the same as preservation. A thing can be more accurate but not fully preserved. So the Quran can be more preserved but not accurate at all. And this is what these people don't understand. Accuracy and preservation is not the same.
Definitely the Quran.
Why do you say that? We have Young Don here. Young Don at the bottom. The black guy.
Young Don was saying the Bible was preserved.
I got you. So if you look at the Bible, are you talking about the Old Testament or the New Testament?
New Testament.
Okay. So what's the earliest manuscript you have for the New Testament that is complete?
Don,
And do you notice what he says? What does early manuscript have to do with accuracy and preservation? What does earliest manuscript have to do with accuracy and preservation? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Because what? There was a time when people do things verbally. People spread things verbally. There was a time when people spread things verbally. So what does manuscript have to do with preservation? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. And so the first thing he said, what is the earliest manuscript that they have? Does the Muslim have a full manuscript of the Quran? No, they don't. The manuscript that they have of the Quran is way less than the manuscript that we have of the New Testament. And even the what they call it, the Sana manuscript that they have, what do we find with the Sana manuscript? The Sana manuscript shows that someone wrote on what should I say? The material. Someone wrote on the material before. So when you look at the Sana manuscript, it is actually having two different writing on the one manuscript. And on the one manuscript, you will see that it is different from the Quran that these Muslims have today. You will see that there is two writing on the one manuscript. A matter of fact, let me actually find where this brother is actually talking about it, so we can show accuracy. So let me show you something. Oh, God Logic is on it too. I didn't know God Logic was coming on at this time. So let me show you something, guys. Okay, let's show something real fast. SHA. You could find it real fast. We're gonna show you something that was revealed recently. Something that was revealed recently. Okay, I think, yeah, I find it this way. Just to show you guys that anything we speak here, we can support it. We can support it. With citation and okay. bear with me, my people. Bear with me because we have something coming. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We have something important coming. Since the guy is mentioned in manuscript, we have to show weakness in them in what their manuscript, because he jumped and he started talking about manuscript. So let's show something about this manuscript of the Quran, because this is what we do here. You know, we share real good information here. I might not be the best at it, but you know, I'm trying. So here we go. This is Fonda Films, and we know that Jay Smith is associated with this. But this clip right here is Shibir Ali and his daughter. And if you watch the video from Shibir Ali's side, you will see where Shibir Ali's daughter is asking questions about the manuscript that is found, the earliest manuscript of the Quran that is found. And you will see where Shibir Ali is answering these questions, and he admitted that there is many variances in the manuscript. There is two, actually, in one manuscript, there is two different versions of Quran in it. So let's go.
Well, as you can see, it's late at night here in Pennsylvania on the 14th of June. And I want to talk about my good friend, Dr. Shabir Ali. Dr. Shabir Ali and I have gone back, since the last century. We had, I think, our first debate in 1997 and another one in 1998. We've had 6 debates, he and I. So he's been a good friend, back and forth, back and forth. Our last debate was in 2014. And that was the last debate I think we will ever have, just because I don't see Shabir Ali responding to what happened in 2014. It was about the manuscripts. It was about the Quran. More specifically, the earliest manuscripts. Well, yesterday, June 13th, we're in 2022, my good friend, Dr. Ali, decided to answer a question by his daughter on her site called Let the Quran Speak, where she asks different questions that come up from Muslims. And the question was, does the Sana'a manuscript challenge Muslim belief in the Quran's authenticity? The Sana'a manuscript, for those of you who don't know, is probably the oldest manuscript that exists today from the Quran. It was discovered by accident in the 1970s there in the mosque in Sana'a in Yemen. When they were cleaning out the dome, they opened up one of the trapdoors, and quite a few of these manuscripts fell to the ground, which is not abnormal. This happens whenever a Quranic manuscript starts to get used or deteriorate. They store them up in these domes of mosque, and they forget them. And in this case, they have forgotten these manuscripts. But when it fell to the ground, the scholars there in Yemen could not read it. They didn't know. They had never come across such archaic manuscript because it didn't have any dots. It had no vowels. We've been talking about this over and over and over again. So the German scholars, Dr. Gerd Pwin, Dr. von Bothmer, Dr. Olig from Saarland University in Saarbrücken, which is in Western Germany, were flown down in 1981 to look at it. They took pictures of it. Those pictures were confiscated and were not released to them until the late 1990s. I went to see Dr. Gerd Pwin in Germany, and he showed me a copy of this manuscript that was so famous, the Sana'a manuscript, a facsimile, not the original. Obviously, this is nothing more than a facsimile. And this has caused an awful lot of problems because there are 2 layers. They discovered a lower layer. The palimpsest is what the name they give it. A palimpsest is a animal skin that had been written on because of difficulties with what had been written, it then got washed off and rewritten over top. And there are verses that are on the lower layer that don't necessarily agree with what was written over top of it. And so this has caused a real...
Do you see what the brother is saying? That there were verses on the bottom that did not agree with what was written on the top. So even the earliest manuscript of the Quran, we see that there is disagreement in the earliest manuscript. So when what Uthman decided to do, and this is important, that and Christians, man, any one of you watch this video, any one of you who are watching right now, sometimes instead of going to watch debates where Christian is Muslim is this, Muslim is that, Muslim say this, Muslim, these are very important things to know. To defend your faith, these are different. Do you notice how people like Lloyd Dijon, Sam Shamon, what's his name? David Wood, this brother right here, Jay Smith, Atun Tosh, people like those. Do you notice they're equipped? And this guy called Jai, Apologetics, young brother. Do you notice how they equip themselves? They don't just say, "Oh, we're going to debate these Muslims." No. We're going to just jump and debate Muslims. They equip themselves to defend themselves. So when they say something, they can defend it. They have things. When a Muslim says something, you can go back and say, "What about your double standard?" And this is where Uthman says something to the guy about preservation. And here we are, because of Jay Smith, we could show the double standard of this clown. And this is what we should do. I know we are young and we like entertainment. We are living in the time of entertainment. And sometimes we get entertainment from the channel that we watch, the apologetic channel that we watch. We are entertained. But sometimes we need to go to these more serious platform and learn from these people. Because look at what this brother, the knowledge of this brother. I listen to guys like these. I listen to people like these. I listen to Yasir Qadhi. And the reason why I listen to Yasir Qadhi, because Yasir Qadhi is a thinking man. Even though he caught up into the stupidity of Islam and he must defend it, he still thinks. A lot of these clowns are not thinking. Uthman Ibn Farooq is a liar. He doesn't think. So the first thing come out of Uthman's mouth to this young Christian is talking about early manuscript. The guy just become a Christian 2 months ago or 3 months ago. And Uthman start talking about manuscript to this guy. Because what? Uthman is a clown. Uthman is a clown. And I really love the way the brother shut him down with this manuscript thing. Why? Because he is not versatile on dealing with manuscripts and dealing with these kind of issue. So when Uthman is coming to him like that, that's deception. That deception. I have a video on my YouTube channel that says, leave Christianity because there is contradiction. I think that's what the topic says. Leave Christianity because there is contradiction in the Bible. And this is what these Muslims are preaching. Leave Christianity because there is contradiction in the Bible. But is there contradiction in the Quran? This is what Brother Jay is showing us. So we need to be equipped to show these clowns that, hey, we're not biting into your mango because it got worms in it. My father used to use that term. When somebody talking stupidity, my father said, hey, you can't sell me that mango because it got worm in it. And you know what a mango is? A mango is a fruit that you eat. And sometimes the mango's got worm in it at the end of the season. The fly land on the mango and lay the egg on the mango. And then the larva of the fly pierce the mango and lives in the mango until it mature, then it become a fly. And you can't eat those mangoes. You know, no one wants to eat a mango with a fly larva in it. So my father used to say, don't try to sell me that mango because it have worms in it. I'm not buying that mango because it have worms in it.
Real problem. We now know about the lower layer because the ink from that lower layer over the centuries has started to bleed through. And using ultraviolet light, they were able to then separate the two layers. And so Dr. Shabarali was asked about this. Does this not cause a problem by his daughter? I'm going to show you snippets from that interview because I'd like to unpack, because here are some real admissions by Dr. Shabarali, and these are substantial. These are substantial, especially the last one. There are about 6 different things I'm going to pull out. But what I'm going to do is, rather than say what he said, I'm going to show you snippets from that interview, just brief snippets. You can go look at it. It's on Let the Quran Speak from June 13. There's over 6,000.
Do you notice what the brother says? The brother says there are substantial problem. And it's true. Substantial problem. And you're going to hear something that Shibir Ali says, that, you know, when you're dealing with people like Uthman and they bring up manuscript, this knowledge is good to have. This kind of knowledge is good to have when they bring up manuscript, because we know that how the Quran, the problem that they have when they were trying to preserve the Quran. We know that people who memorize the Quran was dying. We know that Sahaba were fighting about what should go in the Quran and what should not go in the Quran. People like Ibn Masud and Ubay ibn Kab, and these 2 men are 2 of the men that Muhammad told people to learn the Quran from. Take the Quran from these 4 men, and Ubay ibn Kab and Ibn Masud were 2 of the men, and they did not agree with the way Uthman handled the Quran. And we see where Ibn Abbas is saying that Umar says, and we know who Ibn Abbas is, Muhammad's cousin, and we know who Umar is, Muhammad's companion, one of the Sahaba. He's saying that Ubay was the best. Ubay was the best of among the people of memorizing and reciting the Quran, but we left out some of what he recited. We leave out some of what he recites. So the Quran is not preserved. But guess what? In Surah 15, verse 9, the so-called God of Islam said he will be the one who preserved the Quran. So we see that the God of Islam is nobody. He's a nobody. He's a donkey and a nobody. That's just what we see here. That the God of Islam is a donkey and a nobody. When we go through these things and we have this knowledge of what's happening to the Quran, then we see that the God of Islam is a nobody. And I'm going to show you that Uthman is a nobody. Uthman is a liar. We already see that Uthman is a clown and a liar. But we're going to show some more, because we already see how deceptive this guy is. But we are going to show you again in other clips how Uthman continued to lie to people, lie to Christian, and he's lying to this deceiving young Don, thinking to deceive young Don.
And people who have already watched it in just the one day. So it's very popular. You can see there are an awful lot of Muslims that are watching it, and others as well, like myself. And I would like to respond to these 6 areas that I pulled out from his talk. So let's start with this idea of the palimpsest. See what he says here. And this admission, this is the first admission that I think is interesting concerning the upper and lower layer. This is what he says.
And among the documents, some were Quranic copies. And there was one of particular interest that came to be widely referred to now as the Sana'a palimpsest. Why is it called a palimpsest? A palimpsest, well, you know this. It's it's an erased manuscript. So somebody had a manuscript. They wrote on it, then erased it and wrote something else over it. So this particular palimpsest had a copy of the Quran written, apparently a copy of the Quran, that was erased, and then a new copy of the Quran was written over it. Now, the new copy, which is referred to as the upper level or the upper layer of this text, that corresponds closely to what we're reading today as an Uthmanic copy.
Do you hear what he says? Do you hear what he says? It corresponds closely to what they are reading today as an Uthmanic copy. But the lower level does not correspond with what they are reading today. So this is what I want the idiot Uthman Ibn Farooq, the lying Dawa donkey, to tell us now. To tell us now. Where is the Quran? Where is the real Quran? Where is the real Quran? He running around pointing out, oh, there it says right here that Judas fell headlong and killed and died. And right here he said he hung himself. And right here he said he threw the money back into the temple. And right here he says he took the money and buy a field with it. Which one is correct? The Bible could never be God's word because this is not correct. This is not correct. And all these things that this clown is pointed out can be resolved if you use your brain. All these things that this stupid clown, lying Dawa donkey is pointing out can be reconciled if you use the brain that Jesus gave to you. If you use the brain that the word gave to you, if you use the brain that the Memra gave to you, the Logos gave to you, you can reconcile these things. And we will see as we continue.
Copy of the Uthmanic codices. The lower text shows some significant variations.
Ooh.
Not so significant.
What a beautiful man. His beard is more beautiful than mine, but I would not cut my beard that way. Make his face look like he's popping out of his beard. I love the white of it, you know. I like the white, even though I got that black that he will never get back. I got the black that you'll never get back. Shibir Ali, that's the fact. You will never get back that black.
Is to challenge any of the things that
unless you paint it like a clown,
Muslims practice, or even what we believe. So no severe effect or major effect on the Muslim practices, and no effect on Muslim belief. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, there are very.
Do you hear what he says? It no effect on Muslim practices. And there's no effect on Muslim belief. It's just like what Uthman is pointing out have no effect on Christian practices and no effect on Christian belief. Do you see the double standard? And we'll see what Uthman is trying to use to uproot the belief of this young Christian brother, young Don. Come on, Christians. Come on. You know, we have what should I say, man? We have a platter, man, like a buffet, man. We have there's a word that I want to use, like it can't come to my head. We have a buffet of information in front of us. Let's eat. Let's eat. We don't have to take nothing that these clowns say to us and to take it under and put our tail between our leg and walk away. No. I respect the brother, Young Don, and I will tag him onto my video so that he see my video, not because I'm cloud chasing, but for him to be strengthened in his belief that these guys are just clowns and what they say should never affect him.
Variations of words, and sometimes the sequence of a verse, is interchanged there. And the sequence of surahs, chapters, instead of going with the sequence that we have now in our documents, commonly known as the Quran.
So you've heard.
Hold on. Before Jay speak, do you notice he said variation of words? Variation of words. A single word can change the meaning of anything. A single word can change meaning. If I say I was sick, yesterday I was sick, and I say yesterday I was killed. You see, the word killed and the word sick. If I say yesterday I was sick, you say, oh man, I pray that you are better today. If I say yesterday I was killed, you're looking at me like, dude, what is wrong with you? Do you see? Words can make difference. Words can make one word, just changing a word in a sentence can be a big difference. So let Jay speak because he's wiser than I.
Heard him. There are significant variations, he claims, between the two layers. This is the book that has been written on it. There are by Asma Hilali, and she goes through and looks at the difference between the lower and the upper layer. And what she has found is that there are really just 63 verses in the lower layer, the earlier script, and that there are 70 differences in just those 63 verses with the upper layer, which has been dated to the upper layer, the writing.
And do you see, even in their earliest manuscript, there's not much of the Quran is in their earliest manuscript. In their earliest manuscript, there's not much of the Quran. They don't have much manuscript that's prove that they support their Quran. They don't really. They don't. They do not. But what these clowns do, because they know a lot of Christians, and this is what I tell people, man, as Christians, we need to be ready. We need to be ready to speak. We need to be ready. You know, a lot of times I ask questions, you know, and this is why I am against anybody who, when you have a YouTube channel, if people are asking you questions, you get mad at them. Because people are asking you questions because what? People learn slower. Some people learn faster. Some people learn slow. So, you know, I'm not with nobody in a sense. You know, I'm not with nobody having a YouTube channel. People ask them questions about certain things, you know, especially Christian asking another Christian question and they getting mad at them for asking the question. No, answer a question or ignore the question. You have the power to do that. You have the power to answer the question or ignore the question. That's the power you have. And sometimes you could answer a person's question elsewhere. Instead of answer it on the platform, you answer it elsewhere if you choose to do so.
There has been dated by most scholars to around 705, early 8th century. But the lower layer, according to Dr. Shabaladi, he says it right in this video, the lower layer he would put to the last few decades after Uthman. So somewhere between let's just put in there, as if Uthman wrote the Quran in 652, this would be 660, 670, 680, 7th century is what he's saying. Rather than quibble with that, what's fascinating is when you look at the lower layer and you look at these 63 verses, you will see that there are verbs and nouns that have been left out 12 times. You'll see that articles, participles, conjunctions are missing. Prepositions and isolated letters 29 times that they are incorrect, and expressions as well. In 16 times, entire sentences are missing between the two layers. This is according to Dr. Asma Hilali. She says in this book that the reasons for these mistakes, these differences, is because this is a schooled text. She called it. Shabirali agrees with that. He says that this is a text that was written by students, and that's why you have all these differences. He says that at one place in this, but then he changes his mind later on, as you will see. He then calls this really and probably another codice from the Uthmanic period that disagreed with the Uthmanic recension. So there's the first admission.
So you see what Jay is saying? He's saying that according to Shibir Ali, it was another version, in a sense, of the Quran that did not agree with what Uthman did. And we see from the historical events that there were people who did not agree with what Uthman did. There were people who actually wrote that Uthman changed intentionally or by mistake. That he changed things in the Quran intentionally or by mistake. And a matter of fact, let me share that information so that nobody can say, hey, he's just talking off his dome, and he's going to the zone like a king in Rome. Say Papa Smurf. Yeah. So I choose a wrong time to go live. I was going to go live earlier, but God Logic is live, so you know people gonna go and watch God Logic instead of watching Islam is a Mess. So let me show you something that I know. Okay, we're gonna go and show you where people from Islamic sources were saying that the Quran is not preserved, not preserved, because Uthman didn't do fairly with the Quran. Let me show you what Islamic sources say. Let me find it. Okay, so you look at this. I'm just gonna show you guys this. This is what we have. So you see right here, and let me go up so you guys can see the old thing. So let me make sure that you're seeing it like the way I'm seeing it. Okay. So you see on the screen what we have here. He says, Abu Muhammad said, this is the description of Uthman's work that was compiled in the presence of his companion whilst copying the Mushaf. He burnt what he burnt from them, from what he had changed intentionally or by mistakes. Al-Hakam fi Usul al-Hakam, volume 1, page 528. So you see, that's Islamic source. That's not Christian source. A Christian didn't write that. A Muslim wrote that. So let's get back to this.
The second admission, look what he says here.
So I guess the question still stands, right? Like, how is it possible that there was this manuscript there, right? palimpsest, as you mentioned, when Uthman is purported to have sent out all of these manuscripts that were the official ones to different parts of the world?
Yes. So one answer to this is that this is probably pre-Uthmanic, in that before Uthman made this, the copies of that document, which was with Abu Bakr, other companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him, could have been compiling their own copies as well. So remember.
Do you see that? Do you see that there are many versions of the Quran admitted by this guy? And you will see that these versions have differences. So who are these people to say that Uthman Quran is the real Quran, are the most reliable Quran? And do you see the evil of Uthman? Uthman was destroying all the other Qurans that other people compile. People were compiling their Qurans, and Uthman were destroying them. So no, a Muslim who is talking about earliest manuscript cannot even tell if the manuscript of the Quran that they have is a real manuscript. Because what? The manuscript that would have compete, some of the manuscript that would have compete with Uthman Quran, Uthman destroyed them. And they threatened to kill people and other stuff. We see where Al-Hajjaj, who came afterward, were threatening to kill Ibn Masud. Not really threatening to kill Ibn Masud, but erase Ibn Masud's Quran with the rib of a pig. And we see where they beat up Ibn Masud and break his ribs. So they were actually Muslim. This is Muslims against Muslims, beating the man that Muhammad says to learn the Quran from. They beat him and broke his ribs. Do you see the kind of Islam that we have? This is deception. That's Satan at work. Satan at work. Can you imagine? Peter is a disciple of Jesus. So the disciple of Muhammad, one of the disciple of Muhammad was beaten by a Muslim. One of the disciple of Muhammad was beaten by a Muslim. Just because of preservation of the Quran, man. Do you see? So is this the way that this God planned to preserve his Quran? To break people's ribs and stuff? It's just illogical, man.
Remember, we said that Abu Bakr, who I will now point out, lived on only 2 years after the death of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So he had that original collection done within the 2 years of his caliphate. And then for Omar was...
So listen to Abu Bakr was the first one who put the Quran together, into one piece, one book. Why was there need for Uthman Quran? If Abu Bakr put the Quran together already, why was there need for Uthman Quran? Can you tell me why was there a need for Uthman Quran? Unless Uthman is a Uthman like this Uthman Ibn Farooq. Uthman is a Uthman like the Ibn Farooq, a deceiver.
In vogue for 10 years, and then came Uthman. So within the 10 years of Umar's time, you can well imagine that other companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him, not having access to that original document, which was only there for safekeeping in the time of Umar, of the first caliph of Abu Bakr.
So if Uthman wanted to compile the Quran, what should he have done? What should he have done? Get the original Quran of Abu Bakr and then rewrite them in more copies and distribute them. But that's not what the clown did. That's not what he did. That's not what he did. He make his own Quran to the point where Ibn Masud and Ubay ibn Ka'b, 2 of the 4 men that Muhammad said to learn the Quran from, was against his Quran.
Others could have gone out and made their own collection as well. Just as Zaid bin Thabit went around and consulted other people and said, okay, show me your copy there, or you got that flat stone, let me see what's written, and he writes it down. Other companions could have done the same thing as well. Or they could have written from their own memories because they were there alive with the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, hearing him preach, sitting in his circles, getting the Quran dictated from him as well. So whatever they have written down, either from their own personal dictation from the mouth of the Prophet, peace be upon him, or by consulting other companions or hearing public preachings of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and then going home and writing down what they remember from that public preaching. So many other companions could have had their own codices during this period of time. And so we have codices mentioned, a codex of Ibn Masud, and a codex of Ubay ibn Ka'b, and many other companions as well.
Okay.
So that's how we could have a codex which is pre-Uthmanic, and that could be at variance with the Uthmanic codex.
Well, I kind of intimated already what he's saying. Can you hear collections? There were pre-Uthmanic, as he calls it. And he gives 2 examples, Ubay ibn Ka'b. What do we know about Ubay ibn Ka'b? Well, we do know, according to the traditions, the standard Islamic narrative, the Islamic traditions, that Ubay ibn Ka'b lived in Damascus, and he had his own codex. He was one of the companions, which Shabbat Ali talks about. What Shabbat Ali didn't tell you is that when you look at what the traditions say by Ubay ibn Ka'b and about his Quran, remember, these are the 9th and 10th century scholars. who are redacting us back onto the 7th century. They weren't there, but even they admit that his Quran had 116 surahs. Remember, in the Quran that we have today, there's only 114. Shabir Ali also mentions the text of Ibn Masud. Ibn Masud's Quran became very popular in what is today Baghdad, and his Quran only had 110 surahs, which is even less than the Quran that we.
And these are two of the men that Muhammad said to learn the Quran from. Literally, these are two of the men that Muhammad said to learn the Quran from. So let me show you where Muhammad say learn the Quran from these. Let me show you. This is something, I think this is important that you show this. It's very important to show this, that, you know, so that you could see why it is important that Ibn Masud and Ubay ibn Kab is mentioned. So let's look at this. And I love you, Jesus, because you love me. Because you love me. Because you love me. Yeah, so let's show this. So when we look at here it is. This is Bukhari. Narrated this is Sahih al-Bukhari. So narrated Masrik. Abdullah bin Ammar mentioned Abdullah bin Masud, sorry. Mentioned Abdullah bin Masud and said, I shall ever love that man. For I heard the Prophet saying, learn the Quran from 4, Abdullah bin Masud, Salim, Muad, and Ubay ibn Kab. So you see these two men, these are who Jay is talking about, and these are the two men that I mentioned. But their Quran is not the same as Uthman Quran. And Muhammad say, learn the Quran from these 4 men. Why didn't they just go to these 4 men and get the Quran from these 4 men? No, that's not what Uthman wanted to do, because Uthman of the past is a deceiver like Uthman that we have right now. So the past Uthman is a fake like the Uthman that we have right now. Thank you, brother. Thanks a lot. So let's get back to our brother Jay Smith, who I think, man, we are blessed to have people like him in the apologetic and the Christian faith. We are really blessed. And I always look at him and Atun Tash, you know, in a different light.
We have today, which is 114, as I said earlier. So already Shabir Ali is admitting that these other collections, which he didn't go into and say exactly how different they were quite different. If you have 2 extra surahs in Damascus and 4 fewer surahs in Baghdad, we're talking about substantially different Qurans. But
hold on just a minute. I want to make you guys see this and use this, because you know why? You ever heard a Muslim say, oh, the Catholic Bible have this amount of book, and this Bible, and the Protestant Bible have 66 book, the Catholic Bible have 75 books or whatever, something like that? This is something you can use against them. Ubay ibn Kab's Quran have 116 surahs. Uthman Quran have 114 surahs. Ibn Masud Quran have 110 surahs. But even if I didn't get the numbers right, they are different numbers of surahs. So when they tell you, oh, the Christian Bible, which one is the real Bible? Because this one doesn't have this and this one doesn't, use this against them. Instead of arguing with them in other way, say, hey, how many, just simple like this, how many surahs does Ibn Masud Quran have? How many surahs does Ubay ibn Ka'b's Quran have? How many surah does what his name? Ibn Masud's Quran have, and let it go. Keep repeating it. If they're repeating themselves, you keep repeating it. Let the clown go away. That's as simple how you deal with clowns. Double standard. You find a double standard and you deal with it. And this is why it's good to have people like Jay, and we need to spend more time. This here should have thousands more of views, because what? It is something us as apologists and us as Christian need to know, because what? Don't be surprised if soon Muslims will be the one knocking at your door like Jehovah's Witnesses. Don't be surprised. It may be not be in our lifetime, but in our children's lifetime, our children's lifetime, because this is what Satan is at work trying to do. So instead of the Jehovah's Witness, notice you don't see Jehovah's Witness knocking at your door too much no more. Instead of the Jehovah's Witness, Satan is using one Unitarian cult to replace another Unitarian cult. So soon you're going to see boom, 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 boom. Guess who's knocking at your door? A Muslim knocking at your door. And you'll be very careful when they knock at your door. Because careful what you say. The Jehovah's Witness will take you saying, oh, Jehovah's Witness is a cult and you guys are a cult, and they will go and they may not come back. But when you tell these clown Muslims that their stuff is a cult, they might find you dead in your home. You see what's going on in England. The Muslim take over England to the point where Muhammad Hijab threatened to kill the police dogs. Threatened to kill the police dog. In America, if you threaten to kill a police dog, you are arrested. You know why? Because you're threatening to kill a police officer. A police dog is regarded as a police officer. So if you threaten the life of a police dog, you could get arrested, because what? You're threatening the life of a police officer. But you see, Satan knows how to slowly come in, and the weaknesses they have in Europe, and you see them coming in slowly. You don't see Satan taking over Australia, like they're taking over the European country, France and Britain. The things that they do to Atuntash in Britain, they could never do it to her if she was living in Australia.
At least Shabbat Ali is now admitting that these are pre-Uthmanic, that these come from the companions themselves. These are not Zayd ibn Thabit. Very different. Zayd ibn Thabit, and Shabbat Ali talks about that quite often. Zayd ibn Thabit was the secretary of Muhammad, so therefore he was given the...
So let's talk about Zayd so you guys could understand. Zayd ibn Thabit is the one who collected the Quran for Uthman. He's the one who did the collection of the Quran during the period of Uthman. So the Quran that is called Uthman Quran is actually collected by Zayd ibn Thabit. And you see, as Jay point out and Shibir point out, Shibir is actually saying that there were variation in the Quran from the Sahaba, the companion of Muhammad. So how did they come to the conclusion that the one that Zayd ibn Thabit collected is the right Quran? Because they could not. And this is why you know that the God of Islam is a donkey. Let me read why I will tell you that again, that the God of Islam is the donkey side of Muhammad. is the stupid side of Muhammad. The God of Islam is the stupid side of Muhammad. Why? Let me read a Quran verse for you, so that you guys could understand why I can make this draw to this conclusion. Surah 15 verse 9. Indeed, it is we who sent down the Quran, and indeed we will be its guardian. So the Unitarian God, Allah, who called himself we, is saying that he, literally that's what he's saying, he will be the guardian. Or he and his other gods that are with him. We know that Muhammad tried to give the pagan 3 more gods, and then all of a sudden these we all the way home. In the Quran, we all the way home. That's why I said, if he Allah, let him go. You don't stick to Allah, let him go. If he Allah, let him go. So he says, we will be the guardian. So the Quran God, he said, I am the guardian of the Quran. So if the Quran have all these problems, then you know the God is an idiot. The God is an idiot. And not only that, let's show you something else that the God of the Quran say. Let me show you something. And this is why we know that the God of the Quran is a donkey. Surah 4 verse 82. Then do they not reflect on the Quran? So this so-called God is saying, hey, reflect on my Quran. If it had been from any other than Allah, they would have found within it many contradictions. And do you hear how much is many? How much is many? Do you hear what Shibir says about the variances? When the word variances mean that there are contradictions. Variance, if something is variated, it means that it is not the same. A variance of various species of animal. When they say various species of animal, it means that there are different species of the animal, and difference is not the same. But the God was a man. And why we know the God was a man? Because the God says, if it had been from anyone other than Allah, they would have found within it much contradiction. Why not no contradiction? Because the person who wrote the Quran know that there is contradiction in the Quran. Know that there is contradiction in it, and contradiction will be in it. He knows. Because the person who wrote the Quran, Muhammad was given the Quran, and he used to forget what the Quran is. The Hadith told us that Muhammad said he heard, went to the mosque and heard a man reciting the Quran, and he said, God, Allah bless that man because he remind me of such and such surah, ayah from such and such surah, which I was caused to forget. Do you see Muhammad? So let's get back to it.
Authority by Umar and Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr and Umar were in the room when he was when they stipulated that he was to write the Quran. That was the first Quran. Interestingly, Shabarari does refer to that. So you give the second admission that there were pre-Uthmanic manuscripts that were different than Zayd ibn Thabit's. What's the third thing he says?
And then once Uthman has this publicized, then Muslims naturally fell in place and copied that because they knew that this was an official document, not done by one person, but done under the aegis of the caliph with a whole apparatus and the wherewithal to make sure that we are publishing a document that accurately represents the preaching of our prophet some decades ago.
Well, here it's fascinating. So he's claiming that Zayd ibn Thabit's recension, we know it as the Uthmanic recension, because Zayd ibn Thabit was the secretary that was given the authority by Uthman to do that. And that this recension, according to Shabir Ali, accurately represented exactly the preaching of Muhammad. How does he know?
Oh, do you see that? This is logic. How does these clowns know that they have the real Quran? From what you hear, Shibir says, how does that clown draw to the conclusion that the Quran that he have today, our Uthman Quran, is right? How does he draw to that? Cannot draw to that conclusion. They are just speculating. They are just speculating. I want you guys to go to Panda Film, subscribe to the channel, and watch this video, because I'm not gonna go through the whole of it. The reason is I have something that I want to go back to the original video with the Three Stooges and Uthman footnote Farooq talking to Young Don, and I want to show you the stupidity of Uthman ibn lying, deceptive Farooq. So let's get back to this, because this is important. The young brother, I'm gonna tag him into this video so that he can see and his faith be strong, that hey, don't listen to the talk. Don't listen to the talk, brother. And this is what we are here for. When we see a Christian is being targeted, we need to solidify their belief, because this is what Paul used to do. I'm not saying I'm Paul, because I can walk nowhere in that man's shoes, but this is what he used to do. He used to go from place to place and solidify the belief of the people. And we all need to do something like this, where we solidify when we see these attack. If you notice how many videos the three clowns, the Three Stooges, make about Young Don, I think they have like about 3 videos that I've seen so far about Young Don, because what they are doing, cloud chasing. When we share this video, you will see that they know the more they talk about this brother, is the more they will get subscribers and they will get views. So let's look at the video. Here it is. Look at the amount of views that is on this video. And it's just 2 weeks old. So by the time this video is a year old, you know that this video could rack up to close to 500,000 views. This may be one of their top videos that they ever make. And they see that. So guess what they did? They know they can't get Young Don to come back on their clown show, because he came and he played with the clowns for a little bit, just for a little bit. So what they decided to do now is to make a doppelganger of Young Don. So as I showed you before, they got this guy whose name is Young Dom, D-O-M, and they make this big, using capital letters, convert to Islam. And what was it? Let me see what let me read what he says. Young Dom converts to Islam from Christianity. Emotionally damaged. 18 hours ago, they already got 64 over 64,000 views on that one. And you look at the guy actually look almost a little bit looking like Young Don. So they find a doppelganger to continue their stupidity, because these are 3 clowns, man. 3 clowns, and their head is like their head have water in it instead of a brain. If you notice them, they cannot stand up for their religion any bit. They cannot stand up. You think they would have taken somebody like God Logic on their platform? No, they would not. They would take a young Don because they believe that he is just a 3-month-old Christian. He's a 3-month-old Christian. That means he's been a Christian for only 3 months. So he's a baby in the faith, in a sense. So they will take him onto their platform, and the desire is to get a clown like Ibn Farooq, and Ibn Farooq will come in and make this young man change his mind and shake this young man foundation. Because what? Shake your shake. I like that channel, man. I love the name of this. This brother got a channel called Shake Your Shake. He's an African guy. I love I love watching his video. He's funny. He's he make videos against about Islam and against Islam. Shake Your Shake. So check out his channel. Shake as in milkshake, and then shake as in the word shake for a Muslim preacher. So let's continue with this video.
Sorry,
Don, you know?
I don't need to defend the Bible. I don't need to defend. I didn't come here to see. This is something that is unique to Islam. I believe is there. I do not try to enlighten people about the nature of God, His laws, and the pathway to salvation by talking about Islam, for instance, or talking about the Quran, because the Bible tells us that His word is perfect and is a perfect tool for breaking the hard heart and bringing them forward to salvation. So I didn't come here. I don't know anything about the Quran in terms of the oldest manuscript to compare it to our manuscript.
Do you see? And this is how you deal with when you're not knowledgeable about something. Let me show you something about. I'm a nurse, and every year and sometime in between, the state would come in. When I say the state, is like if you're living in Indiana, are you living in Kentucky? Are you living in Ohio? Are you living in Tennessee? The state would come in and examine the nursing home to make sure that they're keeping up to protocol and they're keeping up to they're in compliance with state regulation and state rule. And they will ask you questions. You know, I'm a senior nurse, so now if they ask me a question, I know, you know, I know to answer them. But when I was a junior nurse, they ask you a question, you have to be wise. If you don't know the answer, this is what you say to them. I will find someone who can help you. Don't say, I don't know. If you say that you don't know, that's a citation. You say, I don't know. I don't know about that, and leave it like that. No. You could say, you know, I don't have that information for myself, but I could find someone to help you. Because that's how you do. If you don't know something, that doesn't mean that the facility doesn't have people who know about the thing. Because what you can't know everything. And this is why I lift my hat off to young Don. Because this is how you answer clowns. If you don't know, don't go acting like you know, so that you're arguing with him, and then he have the upper hand over you. And when Uthman is at his booth in California, that's what a mistake a lot of Christians do. They argue with him over things that they don't know. They're not knowledgeable about things, but they argue with him over these things. If you're not knowledgeable, say, hey, I'm not knowledgeable on that aspect, but I know there are Christians who are knowledgeable on that aspect, but let's talk about something that I am knowledgeable about. And that's what young Don did. So you see, the brother is using his brain that Jesus gave him.
Older or nothing like that. I mean, yeah.
You just said His word is perfect, right?
Do you notice now? So young Dan said his word is perfect, and guess what? This clown jumped on. His word is perfect.
Perfect. Yes.
Okay. So in the Bible, how did Judas die?
So he asked the brother, "How did Judas die?"
You know, I haven't studied that enough yet to tell you. I know he hung himself.
Okay.
I know where you're going with it, and
you know where I'm going with it. Where am I going?
Oh, I know where you're going with it. So even young Dan know these clowns have an idea. He start out right. He's starting on a good foot, and I hope he continue. I pray to God that he continue on that foot that he's on, because that's how you deal with clowns. I know where you're going with it.
Where you're going? You're going with it because in one book, you know, it says that his innards were spilt out, and in the other book, it says that he hung himself. But you know, I've done some brief research into that, and there are theologians who could better explain that it is not a contradiction. Simply put, in my lame.
Do you hear what he says? Just like I told you, when we were at work, when I was a younger nurse, when I just became a nurse, or 3 year into my nursing, if the state board come in and ask me a question, or someone doing a mock state exam come in and ask me a question, and I don't know, if they say, hey, where do you find this and this and this and this and that, and I don't know where to find it, what I would say to them? Hold on a minute, I could get someone to help you. And then what I would do, I would go to infection control, whatever the person that I know will know. If it's maintenance, I'll go to the maintenance department and say, hey, the state is asking about where you find this and this and this. Where do you find it? And guess what? He will tell you, hey, it's beside the door where this, and this and this is at. And then I go back to the state person and I told the state person, hey, this is where it's at. And guess what? They write their little thing in their stuff, they smile with you, and they're gone. No citation. Young Don says, hey, there is theologian, there's people who can tell you about these things. I don't know about these things that much, but there is people who can tell you about these things. Because this is how you do it. Oh, this and that. And you have a lot of Christians who switch over, go to the Quran and this and that. No. He asks you about the Bible. Stick there. You don't know. I don't know. But there are people who know.
Man's explanation is Judas hung himself, and then afterwards he fell from whatever he was hanging from, and then his bowels spilled open. You know, once a human body dies, it starts to finish. Once a
Do you notice he interrupt the what's the name when he was talking, and you will see that this clown called Uthman believe he's better than people. So the guy is in his speech and explaining something, and he said the problem with that, and then when he was speaking and young Don interrupt, he's trying to act like, oh, this and this and this, like he's better than young Don. But look, this guy in the middle here, the one they call Sneeko, is that what his name? Sneeko? You will see as we go along, they make believe, these three clowns make believe as if Sneeko was on the side of young Don, but he was not. Sneeko is a guy who I don't think he know himself. He need to gather himself together. He's straddling the fence as far as I see so far.
Body starts to die and starts to decompose, you will know that there is a swelling that happens within the abdominal muscles. You know, you can ask any mortician about that. And so, yeah.
And do you notice the clown? I got you. Anytime you see this clown say, I got you, he ready to say something stupid. Remember when he was talking to God Logic, he was like, I got you, I got you, I got you. And end up creating his own hadith by taking a footnote of a hadith and copy it and paste it into the hadith to make it appear as if it say there are many messiahs. And we see that what he did was a lie. You know, what he did was totally lie, a total lie. So let's listen to what this clown is gonna say.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, look, the problem with that explanation is that it mentions headlong. Do you know what headlong means?
Look, I'm not here to...
Okay, so the clown asked the question, you know what headlong mean? And let me tell you, a dumb clown like this, guess what he believes? That a word have only one meaning. You know, is like the dumb clown believe that a word have only one meaning. How many words have several meaning? So let's look at the word headlong for a minute, since he's going headlong into stupidity. So let's look at the word headlong for a minute. Since this clown is going headlong into stupidity, we're gonna take a dive with him. Let's dive deeper. When you do a deeper dive, according to Yasser Qadi, you do a deeper dive. So here is the word headlong. And look at it, my friends. So you see, Merriam-Webster dictionary, headlong, adverb. Do you see it? Definition of headlong. Head first. So the first definition is head first. This is the one he hold on to. The clown hold on to. The clown believes that headlong only means head first. That means you dive in head first. Second definition, without deliberation, reckless, rushed headlong into danger. Third definition, without pause or delay. Continue. Headlong, adjective. Plunging head first. So we see, lacking in calmness or restraint. Plunging head first. So we see that the word headlong doesn't have one definition. Do you see that? Do you see that? And if a man hang himself, and as the young brother says, the body, when a body get ready to decompose, it started puffing and it started become bloated because of all the bacterial activity that is happening inside of the bacterial activities that are happening inside of the body. It's like the body filled with gas and bloat outward. Even the arms and the legs bloated up, swelling everywhere. So if a man hung himself and he fell, after he hung himself, he fell from where he hung himself, and he is down in a ditch or somewhere, wherever he is. A person who heard about it can say, hey, I heard he fall into a cliff and die. Is the person really telling a lie? No, the person is not telling a lie, because that's what the information that came to him, he heard. Because he is just there hearing the situation. Even he could observe the body into the cliff and believe that he fall into the cliff. A belief from seeing something is not a lie. So I come to a scene and I see a body in a cliff, down not in a cliff, a body in a ravine. It impressed upon me, oh, he fell off the ravine and he died. So this is what you're gonna look at. He fell off the cliff and he died in the ravine. But another person doing a deeper investigation of what happened realized, like, hey, he hung himself and then he fell from where he was hanging and died. Or he hung himself, and while he was hanging, his body became bloated, and because of that, the decomposition, he fell and died. He died by hanging himself, but he fell after he is dead. Is there a lie in this story? No. The story is just being told. And you with a brain should look at it and say, it could be that this happened and it could be that happened. That's what we have our brain for. So, oh, it's a contradiction. No, it's not a contradiction. That's not what a contradiction is. A contradiction is something that cannot be proven, in no way cannot come together and be cohesive.
Debate. I am here to speak towards what I know. This is the issue. Like, all right, look at this. The only way we can do this with any degree of validity or any degree of like there being genuine discourse happening, you ask me a question I do not know the answer to. It just because I don't know the answer doesn't mean there isn't an answer. And so
oh, what a wise young man. Was I that wise when I was his age? I don't know. I was into reggae music. I don't think I was wise like him. Very wise young man. You know, my hat goes off to you, man. You are thinking with God's logic. You know, you're thinking with God's logic, not God logic the guy, but God's logic, a God-given logic. These clowns, they don't think.
Don't prove anything because someone who is a novice, right? I became a Christian about 2 months ago. Someone who's a novice.
Okay, so 2 months ago, do you see? I was giving him 3 months, but he'd been a Christian 2 months ago. So he could be a Christian 3 months by now, you know? But this is what this clown want to shake his faith. But the guy is wise enough to say, hey, I'm a novice. I'm a novice. You can't come to me that way. I'm a novice. He's not going to shake me up. What you're saying doesn't impress me because I'm a novice.
Hasn't had the opportunity to study the Bible inside out. But I argue this. Is everyone on the panel okay with brother asking me a question and then I pulling up an hour-long video and then all of us sitting down here quietly and watching this hour-long video as someone explains that?
Oh, do you see that? Because there are people, including God Logic, including the apologist God Logic, who actually have a video explaining this. Yes. If you go to God Logic's apologist Jetix channel, and you put in Judas in the search engine of his channel, guess what? You will see that comes up where he actually explain the word headlong in also in the video. That the word headlong doesn't have one meaning. That not because it says headlong, that means you dive in head first. Head first and headlong can be interchangeable, but not in all cases. They said, oh, he went headlong with the deal. Does it mean he dive in with his head into the deal? Like, oh, your head is, oh, I'm diving. Let me go dive in. You mean, oh, he hastily took the deal. So the person who see the incident like believing like, oh, he hastily killed himself. You know, he hastily kill himself. That's literally what the person says. He went and hastily killed himself. So headlong could be something done hastily. You literally could use the word headlong in that sense. Let me actually show you how headlong is used in some sentence. A headlong torrent of emotion. That's a sentence. A headlong torrent of emotion. That doesn't mean that you're using your head in your, like boom, boom with your head while you're doing your emotion. You're diving into it. What does it mean? It means that uncontrollable way you do stuff. You know, so, you know, and even the term plunging head first, even the term head first doesn't mean that you could say he plunged head first into the and accept the deal. He plunged head first and accept the deal. That doesn't mean that, oh, he was diving towards the person who was giving him the deal with his head. No, it means that he hastily accept. He readily accept. So when he says he went headlong and kill him and kill himself or something like that. You know, it could mean that he hastily killed himself. He without thought, without giving any thought, he killed himself. That's, you know, without putting any thought into what he was doing, he killed himself. That's what it means. So if you look at like, let's look at some synonyms of headlong. Hastily, at-footedly, hurriedly, pell-mell, precipitatedly, precipitously, rashly. Do you see? Drive by in the adjective form, fly by, hasty, helter-skelter, hurried, over hasty, pell-mell, rush, deliberately. That for no, that's actually antonyms. I was looking at synonyms. So deliberately is an antonym. Sorry about that. So you see that the word headlong doesn't mean what this clown think that the word mean in all cases. Because Uthman is nothing but a clown from the sun up till the sun is going down. Hey, God, this is Gidelia. I don't want to mess up your name. Gidelia, how are you, my beautiful sister in Jesus Christ's name? How are you? God bless you, sis. So, let's continue in Jesus' name. Because only from God we can get wisdom. We can't get it nowhere else. Man wisdom is no wisdom. And Uthman have man's wisdom. So let's continue. Let's continue to see where the foolish, deceptive Uthman go.
The answer to his question, I think not. I'm saying
what's your name?
My name is Don.
Don. All right. So let me explain something, and then I mean, this is going to be civil. Like, I'm not here to attack you. I'm not here to attack the Bible. A question was just raised when I got on the stream.
Do you hear what he says? He's not here to attack the Bible. Yes, you are, clown. Yes, you are. He always do that. He always do that. I'm not here to attack the Bible. But what are you doing then? What are you doing? Because if you're not using full mental ability and you're making claims, that means you're attacking. A person with a person who want to learn something and say, hey, you know what? And guess what? This clown have already heard the answer to that. Because if God logic reveal me to the point, reveal me as a liar. If God logic reveal me as a liar, a matter of fact, let's show a little bit of the clip where God logic reveal him as a liar, and then I will show you that God logic have the story of Judas on his platform. He actually have a video explaining it. So we are gonna go and show where God logic kind of reveal this clown, not kind of, totally reveal this clown. We're gonna show you how God logic reveal this clown. So if this is me. If I say something and Sam Shamon, whoever, God logic, even a Muslim, reveal me, if I as a liar, and I know even if it was a mistake, which I know Uthman's stuff was not a mistake because he purposely copy and paste the stuff. You can't make mistake when you copy paste something. But if I make a mistake and one of these Muslim dawa point out my mistake, I'm gonna say, hey, you know what? Let me see what this clown is about. Because even though I know they are a clown, they could point out your mistake. A clown could point out your mistake. You know, you could make a mistake. A man can make a mistake, and a clown can see the mistake the man make. Because not because they are a clown, that doesn't mean that they don't have a brain. It's just that they don't use their brain all the time. They only use their brain when they want to point out your mistake, and they want to show anything that you do in your private life. That's the only thing a Muslim do. They point out your mistake. If they don't think that, oh, you are fallible and can make mistake. So, hey, he make a mistake here, this and that and that. You know, that's what they're here to do. And they will point out they will go into your private life. Like you hear them going into people's life. You beat your wife, you this and that, when they have no proof that the man beat his wife. They have no proof. Not because a woman go to court and say, hey, you beat her. That doesn't mean that you beat her. It's not true. Not because a woman go to court and say you beat her. That doesn't mean that you literally beat her, you know. If the court found you guilty of beating your wife, there got to be something that they see within that shows that, yes, you did beat your wife. But accusation in court that you beat your wife doesn't mean that you beat your wife. It's not true. But this is a Muslims. That's their dilemma. But anyway, I'm at God Logic site right now, so I'm going to show you how God Logic revealed the clown. Footnote. All I got to put in is footnote, because that is his nickname. The Lion Clown nickname. So here we go. Okay. So we're going to start about right here on the video. And let's share this video. We're going to show you what kind of people we're dealing with when we're dealing with Uthman. So when he says he's not attacking the Bible, you can't believe nothing this clown say, because this clown is a liar. This clown is a liar. So you don't believe nothing he says. So let's go and up a little bit. I think we go up a little bit.
This is an Arabic paper.
I know.
We're not talking about
Arabic
English.
paper.
It says
Show
the Christian Inquisition.
Which words you're talking about, so I can tell you exactly.
You don't read that.
I read it.
Okay, and you don't see the
I don't
Christian
see it.
Inquisition?
No, not in this
Oh,
paper.
stop
Show it
lying,
to me.
man.
Show it to me.
Stop lying, bro.
Show it to me.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
I'll show you the translation
While
that
you're
we
looking
have.
that up,
I'll show you the
I'm gonna
translation. Go ahead.
The hypocrisy here is when I showed
Do you hear this? While the guy is looking it up, he's gonna speak. Why is he speaking? Because he is trying to play for the camera. Do you notice he turned towards the camera and said the hypocrisy here is the hypocrisy here is what he did. You will see where they show he took a footnote. He make a claim, and he know his claim was wrong. But because God Logic is a young man, he decided, oh, I could brainwash this young man and get away with it. But what this clown don't realize, here is a brother here. I think this is Danny Davis. Here is a brother right here, videoing and recording everything that is being said there. And there is also a video coming from this side. And you could tell God Logic have a microphone. He got a microphone. So every single thing you say is recorded. Why are there microphones? Because it is attached to a recording device. But this clown think that he could have got away with it. And you see where he actually make a video after this showing that, oh, you're finished. God Logic, you're finished. Your apologetic career is over. Literally, that's what he was saying to the man. But he was lying to the man.
And other hadith, he didn't want to hear from the hadith. He said, show it to me from the Quran. So that means this is just a side note that they're trying to take to get away from the core issue. The core issue is
now here's the shuffle. Here's the shuffle. I got it. All right. So we highlighted it.
Okay.
It's in the blue.
Okay.
Whatever that word there is in the blue. You know, I don't read the Arabic, but you do. That word there in the blue. Do you can you find it?
And he don't read Arabic. He's not good at Arabic. He's a clown. There's a lot of Christian brothers out here who know Arabic more than this clown, like Jai from Jai Apologetics and DCCI ministry. He knows Arabic more. You have Daughter of Christ. Daughter of Christ is actually the one who revealed this clown, while his preacher, his prophet says women have half of a brain. So quote unquote, half of a brain woman revealed this clown, because according to the so-called prophet of Islam, women have a deficiency in their intelligence. If Muhammad was living in this time, they have some of these feminist women would have slapped him in the face, like they would have slapped him in the face. I said, clown, go find yourself somewhere, you stupid clown. Satan know what time to bring Muhammad about, when the people did not couldn't stand up for their own. If Muhammad would come now saying that he's a prophet, someone would have slapped him in the face. Straightforward, one of these feminists would have slapped him in the face so hard, his teeth would drop in, his teeth would fly all the way across the Atlantic Ocean. They slap him, he couldn't get his tongue back into his mouth. They slap him so hard, his tongue came out of his mouth and could not go back in. This clown.
On the paper, because this is the footnote.
Not from your paper.
This is the footnote, though. It's word for word the footnote that you read.
Buddy, this is not this paper.
It's the footnote. It's what you quoted.
You're not getting it.
No, you're not getting it.
Let me
There's only
explain.
one publication with the footnote.
Let me explain this.
Go ahead.
When you printed this, this is not the same, because the footnote.
It's your
goes on.
paper.
This is my paper.
Yes.
That's what I was telling you.
And it's
right?
word for word exactly.
But this word, can you show it to me on your
Wait,
paper?
can you show it to me?
I don't see it on this paper.
Stop.
I think this
Come
is,
on, man.
Show it to me.
Come
then.
on, man.
You show it.
No, yeah.
I'm not your
Hey,
servant.
we're gonna have some fun with this on the cameras, guys.
Yeah.
All the Arabic speakers, look at this. We're gonna post this all, man. This is amazing.
Who speaks Arabic?
This is amazing.
And no, hold on.
Wait,
hold
you
on,
got
man.
my phone, man.
Where does it say Christian in those words? Where does it say Masih?
What does it say?
Read it.
No, what does it say?
Read it.
No, you read it. You're the Arabic speaker.
Yeah.
What does it say?
This is blurred.
Oh, it's not blurred. You can't see it.
No, the clown eyes cannot see. Do you see? This is a deceptive clown. And now we are going to show you a video on when he lied to a woman about the variation in the Quran. So let me show you a video where this clown lied to a woman when a woman was talking about the different variation in the Quran. You see where this clown lied to the woman, because he's not afraid to lie to people. Just like he's not going to be afraid to lie to young Don. This clown will not be afraid to lie to young Don. So let me show you something. So let's find it. It says, the video says, if I might remember Rand's code fit me right, American, American lady cheated Uthman Ibn Farooq. Watch this now. You're going to find a video where Uthman lied to a woman from Florida. So let's pick up this video. Here it is. So easy. God, I love you. I thank you for easy access on the internet to reveal a donkey like Uthman. So let this video come to its. I don't know what is going on with my internet. Maybe Satan mixing with my internet. Internet. Net. If don't listen to me, man. Okay, here we go. So we find it. All right. So in this clip that I'm gonna show you now, we're gonna see where Uthman Ibn Farooq lied to a woman. No, notice Uthman is going to talk about, will start telling young Don about differences in the Bible. And notice what happened is that when Uthman is confronted with differences in the Quran, what did Uthman do? Lied. Because a liar will always be lying. Don't care how much he is trying, he'll always be lying. And a crier will always be crying, and my people are out there dying. While the politician, they some fine, I wonder why they are lying. That's a reggae from way back. It's in my head. Anyway, let's do this.
You're really kind of part over there.
Yeah, I know.
I know, but he was saying that they were two different Qurans. Is it true?
That is not true. And we've debated.
Okay, so it's kind of low, but there's a Christian booth across from Uthman, and the woman from Florida, so they blur her out because she don't want to be shown in their video. So it says Floridian American lady cheated by Uthman Ibn Farooq, and this is Sam Shamoun from Sam Shamoun channel, W Mache channel. He's the one who actually shows this. Sam is just and see me, I comment on this 4 months ago, say what a liar. This guy Uthman is a notorious liar. Liar, 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 your boxers are on fire. Satan's work you admire. You're such a liar. You're such a liar. Turn on the heat, put the boy in the fire, cause he's such a liar. He's such a liar. Aye. Sheikh Uthman is a liar. Is a liar. Satan work where the boy admire. Under his skin where we burn that fire. Burn that fire. Everlasting fire. Everlasting fire. Everlasting fire. That's what this boy desire. Uthman Ibn Farooq, you know, is a liar. A liar. A liar. The boy is such a liar. The boy is such a liar. The boy is such a liar. Uthman, why you lie so much? One day you're gonna be running out of luck. You jump on the bandwagon, pan Satan truck, and you got stuck. Selling out yourself for a couple bucks. Boy, go get a walk. Yeah. Get off the bandwagon, jump off of the truck. So what me say? The boy is a liar. Liar. Satan work where the boy admire. The boy is a liar. The boy is a liar. Burn him up with everlasting fire if you don't change your ways. The fire going blaze one day, and you will fade away. Yeah. You're leading people astray every day. Don't listen to me, man. Okay, so the woman asks the clown, tell the clown that the Christians across there said that there is different variation of the Quran. He said to the woman, don't listen to them. They are lying.
Debated with him, and we've shown it to him. There is different ways of recitation. For example, you guys are from Florida? I live in LA. LA, okay, there you go. You're Cali, like me, right? Now, we are out here in San Diego or LA or California. We say something like, hey, can I get some bread, right? Yeah. But in England, they might say, can I get some bread? You see how...
So this clown says, the variation in the Quran is similar to in California, they say, can I get some bread? And then in England, they say, can I get some bread? And guess what? That's a total lie. What a lying donkey he is. He's a lying donkey, lying donkey he is. He's a donkey in a wig, and he's playing out his gig, acting like he's big, living like a pig. Pop the twig. Let me show you how lying this clown is. I love to reveal the liar and he lies. Cause before the fool could even realize, I saw the fool coming with my eagle eyes. And know that he's a wolf in sheep disguise. Lie, lie. So what I say, burn him up with the fire, burn him up with the fire, fire blazing higher and higher and higher, leaping like yellow camel. You know, that's actually in the Quran where Muhammad say the fire of hell fire, the fire in hell leap like yellow camels. What a poem. Oh man. And WARSH. Let me show you. Remember what the clown said? He says the difference in the Quran is like saying, can I get some bread? What a clown, man. The clown said the difference in the Quran is like saying in the wash, like when you say in the wash, it's like when you say in the California, can I get some bread? And then in England you say, can I get some bread? What a clown, what a clown, what a clown, what a clown. Be a clown from sun up to sundown. Every time you come around, you see such a lovely clown. He's a clown from sun up to sundown. Everybody, let me hear you say, what a clown, what a clown, what a clown. What a clown, what a clown, what a clown. He's a clown from sun up to sundown. He's a clown, he's a clown, he's a clown. Let's show you what the difference is. And show how lying this guy is. The difference is not the same. Okay, let's start right here now, my people. I love you because you are my people. Follow Jesus and stay away from evil. You are my people. I love you, my people. Follow the Messiah, stay away from evil. You are my people. You are my people. Look at this. Go to this website here. This website is called What Version is Your Quran? I don't think that's the name of the website, but that's a question that's asked. I think it's called Question and Answers for Christian and Muslims. And this website is very, 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 very accurate. Let's go. Ask version, wash version. Remember the clown says the difference is like saying bread in California versus can I get some bread in England. Now let's go down and reveal the clown, because his father never said Bismillah when he was being conceived. So Satan is his father. Okay, we look at Surah. Can you guys see what I'm seeing? I wonder if okay, yeah, you guys can see. So if we look here at Surah 2, verse 125, in the Afs, you have a word called Wata Kluzu. I'm just, look at the word, whatever the word is. And it's interpreted in English, you shall take. And in the wash, the word is a different word, Wata Azu, they have taken. You shall take and they have taken is not the same thing. So it's not like saying braid in braid. What a clown. In Surah 3, verse 146 in the Afs, he say Qatal, fought. In the wash, it says Qitil, were killed. Fought and were killed are not like saying bread and breed. Do you see this guy is a lying clown, man? What a clown, what a clown, what a clown. He's been a clown from sun up to sundown. When the sun set in the muddy pool, we find out he's a fool. What a clown, what a clown, what a clown. Uthman Farooq is a clown, he's a clown. From the sunset until the sun goes down, this boy is a clown, this boy is a clown. Anyway, I want to say, man, all praises to the triune God, the God who is above all gods, the God who gives us wisdom to decipher things and to make sense of sensible things and to make nonsense of things that are nonsense. And from what I have been showing you, my friend, Islam is nothing but pure nonsense. Don't expect a Muslim dawah preacher like the clown Uthman to come and tell you the truth. Don't expect a clown to tell you the truth. He will not tell you the truth. He will lie to you.
What's more accurately the word of God? And I was just explaining why I believe the Quran is the accurate word of God.
Do you see the clown is? And only a clown think this way. Only a clown think this way. If I write a book and, let's say the Book of Mormon. Look at the Book of Mormon. Does this clown believe that the Book of Mormon is accurate word of God? No. This clown don't believe the Book of Mormon is the accurate word of God. But if you look through the Book of Mormon, I'm sure in the preservation of the Book of the Mormon, it's more preserved than the Quran is preserved. I'm sure of that. I'm sure the Book of Mormon is more preserved than the Quran is preserved. But is the Book of Mormon from God? No. As a Christian, I don't believe. And as a clown, Uthman don't believe that it is preserved. But he's going to use preservation to show that one is from God and one is not from God. Man, that is stupidity. As I say, man, I could tell somebody something, you know? And when I tell the person something, it goes around, and at the end of the day, nobody actually have exactly what I say. But guess what? You know, that doesn't mean that what I say is not there. Like, for example, I will give you the example. I have a line of people lining up, and I said to them, don't go to Jamaica, especially Montego Bay. I'm just saying that. And it goes around until it came to the final person lined up in the line. And the person says, don't go to Montego Bay. The last person said, don't, one person say, don't go to Montego Bay, and the other one said, don't go to Jamaica. Does that mean that both of them are wrong? No, none of them is wrong. They preserve what I told them. They totally preserve what I told them. The only thing is that one left out Montego Bay and one left out Jamaica. But all combined together, Montego Bay is a part of Jamaica. So, hey, my word is preserved. Somebody come and say, hey, that's a contradiction. One say, hey, don't go to Jamaica, and one say, don't go to Montego Bay. A person could say, maybe, you know, it's logical to think that God said, or whoever said it, or Earl says, or John says, or James said, or Matthew says, you know, whoever it is, or Lucas says, whoever the person is that says it, you know, not to go to Jamaica, Montego Bay, Jamaica, and not to go to Montego Bay. So it could be, don't go to Montego Bay, don't go to Jamaica. That's how you could put it together and see that this thing is cohesive. That's how you could put it together and see that this thing is cohesive. It is not for us not to get up every day and decide not to use our brain. And this is what Uthman Ibn Farooq decided to do, to lie to people when it comes to the Quran, and then use his double standard to judge the Bible. Because see how easy he lied to the woman? He said the differences in the Bible, in the Quran, is like one person saying bread and the other person saying bread. Something is wrong with his head. He's acting like Mohammed. Something is wrong with his head. He's acting like Mohammed. You remember when this boy say he want to see innocent people dead? And then he changed his mind when something else is in his head? Yes. Literally, this clown said he want to see innocent people be killed. And then he changed his mind. When he was talking to certain people, he said he believed in offensive jihad. And we know what offensive jihad is. Offensive jihad is when a person don't do you anything, and the Islamic caliphate or you decided, oh, let's go attack these people for no reason at all, just to impose Islam upon them and subjugate them to jizya. That's the real reason. The clowns say, I believe in offensive jihad in one platform, and then later the clowns say, no, I don't believe in offensive jihad. I don't believe in offensive jihad. I just believe in it whenever I feel like. Whenever I feel like. Sometimes I don't feel right. I wonder what will happen at work tonight. Yeah. I'm going to work tonight to change somebody's life. But I wonder what will happen at work tonight. Yeah. I pray to the Lord Jesus Christ that Satan don't use his device and send one evil Muslim to my job tonight. Yeah. With a gun or a knife to take away my life. I pray, I pray, I pray, I pray, yeah. In Nigeria, a man killed his mother and his father for Mohammed, the Siemens-covered bandit of the 7th century. Yeah. But anyway, let's show let's show this video. Let's show this video. The video. Okay. The CCI. DCCI. When you see DCCI, the people start to cry. Some of them start to lie. Tears come to their eyes. Mohammed is a wolf in disguise. I don't want to lose you, no. I don't want to lose you, no. Hold on. 1 minute. I think I need to do something with it. 1 minute. Okay. I think I might have to go to my channel to find it. So let's go to my channel there. Yeah. But it's a video out here where this man lie his butt till his butt was so flat, it was flatter than a bommy. You know what a bommy is? He lies butt off till his butt was so flat like a bommy. A bommy is like a cassava bread. So let's look. Yes. I like to have fun, man. Fun is good. It can't be too stern all the time. But let's look and see where we could find this. But Uthman, it is. Let's see if I can find it. It's gotta be hard to find. I know I got it in my thing, but I keywords hard to find. But he admitted to his Muslim colleague that he believed in offensive jihad. But then when he was talking to David Wood, he lied to David Wood and say, no, I don't believe in offensive jihad. You don't believe in okay, here it is. I think it is right here. I think it is right here. I think it is right here. Because Uthman Ibn Farooq, he just can't stop lying. Uthman Ibn Farooq is a joke. Uthman Ibn Farooq is like he's on coke. Uthman Ibn Farooq, I would not want to be him while learning in sin. Na, na, na. Uthman Farooq, man. Oh, I can't find it, but there is a video done by David Wood. You know, I tried to find a video. But I cannot find it to show how much a liar. I know I have it in my stuff. It's just to go to and find it, but it's difficult to find. See, that's one of the things with when David would pull down his channel, you know, he have so much information there. So when he take down his channel, he a lot of things goes down. But anyway, so we know that this guy, so what he did, he lied to David Wood about not believing in offensive jihad. And then when he was on a podcast, and I will show that in another video because I'm not gonna stop coming at these clowns. You know, tomorrow, if God's willing, I'll make another video from this video and show more of the hypocrisy of Uthman Ibn Farooq. So by that time, possibly, if it's God's will, I will find the lie of Uthman and show you. So what Uthman did, Uthman told David Wood he don't believe in offensive jihad. But when he was on a podcast, he actually admit that what I told him, like he admit that he believe in offensive jihad. So he told David Wood he don't believe in offensive jihad, and he told a Muslim brother another lie, and then he's gonna admit his lies. I will find it by the time, but I'm just showing you the kind of person you're dealing with when you're dealing with Uthman Ibn Farooq. You cannot trust a clown like that. You cannot get information from a clown. True information doesn't come from a clown like that. You can't trust no information from a clown like that, because this clown is a notorious liar. You see, I've already shown you 2 places where this clown lied. With the God Logic event, and when lying to that woman, telling the woman that the difference in the Quran is like saying bread in America and saying bread in England. What a clown, man. What a clown, what a clown, what a clown. He's a clown from the sun up till the sun goes down.
You can go home, research for not an hour, you can research for months. We've been at this. Go to the One Message Foundation channel.
And do you see what this clown is doing? Introducing the brother to his stupid channel. Go to the One Message Foundation channel. Wow. To the place where the lies are told. To the place where the lies are told, where they are sold as silver and gold. And my eyes behold the robbing of the soul. To the place where the eyes... That's when I used to do poetry. Better than the Quran, don't you? Don't you think that my poetry is better than the Quran?
Watch Christian preachers, pastors from different countries that are experts in the Bible. We have 3 Bible study professors that came out. We had...
Do you see what he says? Watch Christian pastors and preachers. A lot of time when these clowns write, Christian pastor say this, Christian this and this say this. These people are just lay people. Sometimes these people don't even go to church. They don't know nothing about Christianity. Nothing at all about Christianity. They don't sit and study every day. They don't know nothing about Christianity. But these clowns would say they are pastors to make the hype better. To make the hype better. Do you see what I did when I started this podcast? I show where young Don, the Christian brother here, came on the 3 Stooges channel, 1, 2, 3 Stooges channel. They call themselves the 3Muslims, but they are the 3 Stooges channel. And you see him here. But in order to clout, they found a guy with dreads just like the young Don, a black guy, kind of look like young Don, and his name is Young Dom. And they advertise this guy, Young Dom, convert to Christianity. What it does, it draws the attention because they already got over 200,000 views on this one video here. So if you go put and you see Young Don in big right here, Young Don is big right here. Big. They know what they're doing when they do stuff like this. That's Satan at work. So you see, they put it big Young Don right here, and then they get a brother called Young Dom, D-O-M. The only difference is a M and an N. And they say converts from Christianity to Islam. Guess what that do? It's a bait. It's like a fish bait. You know, it's like a fish bait. All the thought, meditate. Don't you want to? That's. But I'm revealing these clowns, man. Watch this. So let's share this again, where they use a brother, a black brother, in such a way. Let me show you. And let me eat it so that you guys can see. All right. So you guys look at this when I show you guys, just to show you what these clowns are doing. When they tell you that there's a preacher that they were talking to, don't believe it's a preacher until you know for a fact this guy is a preacher. Because what they do, they use clickbaits and they are liars. They are clowns and they are liars. Let me show you. Okay. So look here. This is the guy, Young Don. See his name? This is his channel, Young Don. So you see his name right here, Young Don. He got, you see, he got dreads, right? Now in this video, the clowns put up Young Dom convert to Islam from Christianity, emotional. And if you look at the video, there he is. You see the guy? Now look, a guy with dreads, a black guy. They just talked to Young Don. Now they put Young Dom. So what are they doing? Where they get the idea from? Why they want you to think Young Dom is Young Dom? Because they are clout chasing and they're trying to get views. That's what they're doing. They're trying to get views. You will see on the Open-Minded Thinker show where we would use something like Gordon Peterson. Let me show you what he do. Let me show you what the Open Thinker, the clown they call the Open Thinker do. OPEN mind MINDED thinker. I always want to write stinker. AORDON PER and a PERSON. Okay. Watch this. Do you see this right here? The clickbait. Let me show you. Let me show you what the clown do. A matter of fact, let's just go to his channel and we find it that easier that way.
When I saw that,
we don't want to hear that. Let's show you how they operate, because they are nothing but deceivers, and their God is the greatest deceiver, deceiving the believers if he could, but he can't. The elect, he can't deceive the elect. So look at it. We're gonna put JORD. Is it JORDON? I think PERSON. I think that's the way his name spelled. I might be wrong. Wrong. Yeah, let me see. I think I'm wrong. Let's put Peterson. I think his first name I spelled wrong. So yeah, so the first name was what I spelled wrong. Do you notice right here? He said emotional moment. Jordan Peterson react to the Quran recitation, but there was nothing emotional about Jordan Peterson reaction to the Quran recitation. He actually asked Muhammad Ijab, why did you do that? And if you notice, he opened his mouth. Is he always open his mouth like that? That's his effect, to make it have an effect on people. You see that, you'll be like, whoa, I want to see what's going on here. He opened his mouth like he can't believe it. Look, just look at it, my friends. Let me see if I'm seeing what you guys are seeing. Look, he opened his mouth as if I cannot believe what I'm hearing. I can't believe it. I heard from a friend today. They say you were in town. I can't believe my eyes. That's what he say. I can't believe. But look at his reaction, and he says he makes another shocking remark. Notice this, the effect that they try to have with their videos. Emotional moment. Jordan was spelled with a A at the end, sorry. Jordan Peterson react to Quran recitation, and it's emotional. How is it emotional? When all Jordan says, when he heard it, why did you do that? Literally, that's what he says. In other words, like, why did you do that? And then he said, look at this. Jordan Peterson shocked the world. Jordan Peterson shocked the world. And guess what he was talking about when he said Jordan Peterson shocked the world? And then he would say, Dr. Jordan Peterson bows to the teaching about Muhammad. Do you see what he do? Do you see what he do? Those are the things. And when he said Jordan Peterson shocked the world, guess what he did? He lied in the video, said Jordan Peterson announced that he was converting to Islam. And he said Jordan Peterson convert to Islam. This is what these clowns do. They use things to shock their audience to believe that something is happening when literally nothing is happening. What is happening is not what the advertisement is not selling what is actually happening. So when the clown Uthman says many preachers and many scholars came out and all this stuff, don't believe that. And they could not answer the question. Notice what the clown Uthman says. Let me show you what the clown Uthman says. That they could not even answer the question. What a notorious clown, man. Notorious clown. How long shall you be a clown? Do your mama like you be a clown? I know my mama would never like me be a clown. Mama would never like me be a clown. Mama never grow no clown. Hey, mama never raise no clown. So listen to Uthman. He might raise somebody who like comedy, but not a clown. Listen to him.
3 Islamophobes, Mr. Wood, all of them came out. None of them could answer these questions, except
he said none of them could answer these questions. What a clown. And this is why he's sending the guy to his channel, because this one of the reasons I one off, not the main reason I love the Bible so much is this. There's a verse in the Bible that tells us something so beautiful. Because I'm going to finish up in a minute, but I want to show you something the Bible says. Listen to the Bible. At one main foundation, however, what do they call it? One something, whatever, is clown channel. You will never see the truth, because what they do after they have the dialogue with the people, they go home and doctor up the video and then show where they're making sense. But Proverbs 18 verse 17 says, the one who states his case first seems right until another comes and cross-examine him. So notice what the clown is doing. He's sending young Don to his channel to see him having debates with people who he claim as pastors and all these things. But these people are lay people. He's not the only one doing it. There's another Muslim channel called One Something, just like he's imitating his channel. Like literally this guy is imitating his channel. I think the guy is out of Texas. He do the same thing. He does the same thing, and he uses Uthman's strategy to the T, to the core. There's controversies in the Bible and contradiction in the Bible, so come to Islam. That's the kind of melody that they sing. And you notice he's talking about Islamophobe and 3 people come out. Guess who he's talking about? David Wood, Anthony Rogers, and Sam Shamoun. But notice, Sam Shamoun never speak to the clown. And if you are to look at his version of the story and look at David Wood's version of the story, you see where the clown lied several times. But he claimed they couldn't answer to this and they couldn't answer to that. Because this is what the clown do. Doctored video, just like the clown doctored the hadith with God logic, where we take the footnote of the hadith and put it into the hadith and sell it as a part of the hadith. This is the same way the clown is going home and spend time doctoring videos. Doctoring videos. This clown don't go live. The only time he go live is when he's on somebody else's channel. This clown don't go live. He don't have his own channel going live. Because what he do, he go into the park, meet lay Christians who don't study much, and he try to uproot their faith, and then he come and make video and say, oh, Christian pastor, Christian preacher, Christian scholar, Christian this, 2 Christian missionaries. Even a little boy, he called a Christian missionary. The little boy was about 16, 17 years old, and the clown called him a Christian missionary. Not that you can't be a missionary at 67, but in order to draw attention to the video, that's what these clowns do. That's what the clown will do. The clown are like monkeys in the zoo, imitating, ooh. I don't know.
Except for any very lame workarounds, but you can watch those videos and you can see the answers aren't there. You can.
So you should watch his video and see that the answers are not there. But his video is half of the story. Half of the story has yet been told is about Mali. Do you see? This is a clown. This is a clown of the highest caliber. You can't, as I say, a deceiver cannot teach you nothing but deception. You know, so when you say, oh, go to my channel, and this is why I show the videos, because I'm going to tag Young Don in this, so that he see who he's dealing with when he deal with an idiot like Uthman. When he deal with an idiot like Uthman, who he's dealing with, you are dealing with the devil in the flesh when you deal with a clown like that. Uthman Ibn Farooq, because you notice that his name is Ibn Farooq, to the point where Christians started calling him Ibn Farooq, because Ibn mean you're lying, and they started calling him footnote Farooq because he took a footnote in order to lie to a Christian. He took a footnote and put it into the hadith and didn't even know what the footnote was saying. And the Christian, I'm telling you, the wisdom of God is, oh boy, is high grade, man. High grade. If you are on the wisdom of God, man, you're higher than I, man. I'm telling you. That's all you need to be high, the wisdom of God. The wisdom of God is in you, man. God logic took his cell phone, took a picture. While the clown was showing God logic the fake hadith that he made up, God logic take his phone. That's God's wisdom. It's a God logic. It's the right name he have for his channel. Took his phone and take a picture of the clown doing his clownery, and then they busted the clown. And one day this clown went to a gas station. Let me tell you about this clown, because you guys don't know about this clown. Who don't know about this clown? Because maybe my brother Young Don don't know about this clown. So this guy go to a gas station and you have him arguing with a man, and then the man come towards his car. You could see when he got out of the car. You think I'm scared of you? Next thing you know, he's making a video saying he tried to cut me, or he tried to stab me. Literally, he said he tried to stab me. But he's showing blood on his belly as if he was stabbed. Even now, we haven't heard anything from the police about this clown being stabbed. Because what? This guy was feeling good, living close to Hollywood, making movies just like he should. If you want to have a name, if you want to have a fame, If you want to lose your brain in the game, Uthman is the name. Uthman Ibn Farooq, man. Don't listen to this clown, man. They could not answer to me. I'm so special. I'm so special. I'm so special. I'm so special. Yeah, there's a reggae song that actually say that. For real. I'm special. I'm special. I'm special. I'm special. Yeah, even though it might not be the best of song, I think. I don't remember exactly what he says, but I remember he said, I'm special. I'm so special. I'm so special. I'm so special. Yes. But anyway, my people, keep it Jesus, keep it real. And don't be like Uthman Ibn Farooq, the lying comedian. So let's, oh, here is my brother Danny. Danny know about the liar. Danny know about this liar, man. You know, all these people should know about this liar. You know, clown of clowns, man. So they go and get this clown and said, hey, talk to this young guy. You could shake up his foundation. But I really have a lot of respect for this young guy. This is how you speak as a person who don't know. If you don't know, you just don't know. And don't get into nothing too deep with people if you don't know. You know, that's the way you do it. Because what? Some people will, they are there to deceive you. Some people will tell you the truth. Some people will deceive you. Man. The Messiah tell us, man, that a man enemy shall be the even people of his own household. So, you know, you got to be very careful when you're treading. You got to be very careful when you're treading. Now listen to me, man. Today I got the reggae fever. Uthman put me into another. Dealing with Uthman, you got to laugh, man. You know, you got to laugh when you deal with them. So my brother says, these donkeys are expert at damage control. Yeah. Do you see when the lady go to the clown and said, the Christian over there told me that there is discrepancies. I'm paraphrasing what the lady says. I showed you the video earlier. There are discrepancies in the Quran and that there are many different Quran. Uthman says, don't listen to them. I tried to debate him, but he would not listen and this and that. The difference in the Quran. He said, where are you from? The guy says, he says, are you from Florida? Where are you from? The guy said, I'm from California. He said, Cali. I think he says something like, Cali. I'm from Cali too. You know, trying to suck up to the guy. Then he said to the woman, it is like us in America saying, I'm paraphrasing him, it is like us in America saying bread, and in England they say braid. Give me a slice of bread. He said the difference in the Quran is similar. But we see that, no, clown, the difference in the Quran is not similar. Were killed and fought is not the same as saying bread and bread. So anyway, my people, God bless you all, man. I'm going to chill out for about half an hour, and then I got to go to work. Don't pervert the work. Anyway, so God bless you, man. And I will say it again. All praises to the triune God, the God who is above all gods, the God who gives us wisdom to decipher things and to make sense of sensible things and to make nonsense of things that are nonsense. And Islam is nothing but perverted nonsense.